Once upon a time, in a small town in Illinois, there lived a tall, gentle man who always wore a kind smile on his face. His name was Abraham Lincoln. Everyone in town knew him, not only because he was a smart and kind lawyer, but also because of the tall black hat he always wore on his head. Every morning, people would see Lincoln walking along the dusty road, his tall black hat standing proudly above the crowd as he greeted everyone with a warm smile. Children often ran after him, asking curiously, "Mr. Lincoln, why do you always wear such a tall hat?" He would chuckle, pat the child's head, and reply, "Because this hat helps me remember all the important things." One day, while Lincoln was passing through the marketplace, a woman ran up to him in distress. "Mr. Lincoln, my son has been accused unfairly. Please, can you help him?" Lincoln listened carefully, pulled out a small piece of paper, wrote down a few lines, and slipped the note inside his tall black hat. A little boy nearby gasped in surprise. "You really keep papers in your hat, sir?" Lincoln smiled gently. "Yes, I do. That way, I never forget to help someone." Day by day, Lincoln's hat became filled with little notes, reminders, letters, ideas, and plans. He jokingly called it my mobile office. Whenever someone needed help, he would take off his hat, pull out a small note, read his promise, and set off to do what he had written. One windy afternoon, as Lincoln was walking across a wide field, a strong gust blew his hat right off his head. Papers flew everywhere, swirling through the air. The village children ran after them, laughing and trying to catch each note. Lincoln ran too, laughing just as hard, until he finally caught his hat. He thanked each child warmly and said, "Thank you, my friends. Because of you, I won't forget the people who need my help." Years later, Abraham Lincoln became the President of the United States. But even in the White House, he still wore that same tall black hat. People said that inside it, he once kept the first draft of the Emancipation Proclamation, the document that changed the course of American history. When Lincoln stood before the crowd, the wind still brushed against his face, and his tall hat stood firm upon his head, a symbol of wisdom, kindness, and determination. The story of Abraham Lincoln's tall hat reminds us that sometimes the simplest things hold the greatest meaning. That tall hat was more than just a fashion accessory. It was the place where a great man kept his heart, always thinking of others before himself.